I'll admit that I wanted to watch this movie for a long time because ever since I saw the first trailer, I was really hooked on the crazy premise. As a lover of stuff like South Park, kids being crude and dealing with stuff above them isn't anything new to me, and I was quite curious how they could pull it off in live action. So, does the movie I'm going to review today, Good Boys, deliver in the over-the-top comedy? Before I jump into my review, I'd love to know your thoughts on all this. Whether it be during or after the video, feel free to voice your opinions in the comments below. With that out of the way, let's jump in. Good Boys follows three best friends named Max, Lucas, and Thor, who each enter 6th grade with a different problem. For Max, it is his crush on classmate Brixley, for Lucas, it is learning that his parents are getting a divorce, and for Thor, the teasing from his peers is turning him away from his love for singing. When the boys get invited to a party by the cool kids, they hope to turn their luck around, and Max even looks forward to the opportunity to kiss Brixley. However, due to a plan gone awry, while trying to learn how to kiss properly, the boys will have to go through a series of ever-growing escapades involving everything from accidentally stolen drugs to running across the freeway at peak traffic. Will the boys survive their misadventures, and if they do, how will their friendship hold up at the end of the day? So as I said at the beginning of this review, I had been looking forward to this movie for quite some time, and luckily, I would say despite some minor issues, I came out of it quite satisfied. First and foremost, I really enjoyed the comedy. From jokes about sex dolls to drinking, illegal drugs, and even porn, the movie is not afraid to go there, and I absolutely love that about it. However, more than just its boldness to cover outrageous situations, I think that its main strength is that no matter how outlandish the circumstance, the characters react in realistic ways. When it comes to the sex doll, for instance, I think it makes sense that a bunch of kids wouldn't understand why their parents would have it around, and so the fact that they call it a CPR doll is both hilarious and makes sense for a group of kids who don't even know how to kiss. Likewise, seeing our trio of heroes who are very anti-drug freak out about their accidental acquisition of some Molly and refer to the teenage girls they got it from as if they were washed-up tweakers ruining the community is just the sort of over-the-top reaction that you'd expect from someone whose only exposure to drugs is their school's anti-drug campaign. If you can remember what it's like to be on the cusp of junior high, then I think you will have lots of fun seeing a bit of how naive you were in these kids. Another thing that I like is that whenever there is a movie that really focuses on child actors, it is always a bit iffy whether or not they will turn in a good performance. Here though, I thought the kids of the movie played their parts really well. From the line delivery to the physical acting to the believable chemistry between the main trio, I think that these kids brought their A game and made the movie a lot of fun. Each of these kids has their own thing going on, so seeing how they are able to both come together as a unit and still stand out as their own person was really cool. Piggybacking off of that, I mentioned near the beginning of this that each of these kids has their own thing going on, and surprisingly enough, I really enjoyed the drama aspect of the film. Not only is there some more serious moments throughout the film, where we see the kids dealing with their own issues and problems like wanting to fit in, but there's also a lot of heart from the underlying coming-of-age story. While the kids have been friends their whole lives and expect for things to be like this forever, seeing them realize how people grow apart over time and move on to different interests and social groups was quite a deep message that I didn't expect from such a raunchy film. Still, the way it is addressed is very mature and actually works quite well in the larger scope of the story. When it comes to any negatives, I would say that there aren't really any big issues, but instead just a few nitpicks. For example, one issue is the fact that this won't be the sort of film for everyone. Whether because you don't like raunchy movies or because you feel that it plays it too safe at the end of the day, I could definitely see this being a turnoff for some people. Likewise, while not a huge deal, I found it kind of annoying how the film tries to push a new song like every other minute. Every time that we have some sort of an action or scene transition, we have some sort of a new rap song or whatever, and I just feel like it was a little too over the top, and they made it seem almost like they were trying to squeeze in all of these songs like a favor or something. Finally, while like 90% of the jokes work, there are some instances of some of the comedy falling flat, which isn't too terrible, but a fair thing to point out. At the end of the day though, if any of what I've said sounds interesting to you, then I can't recommend this film enough. An over-the-top comedy that is not afraid to joke about some wild things, that features some really good child actors, and that even has some heart to it, Good Boys was a film that I definitely had a ton of fun watching. But hey, that's just my opinion. And remember, don't take anything I say too seriously. After all, I'm just the wannabe reviewer. Thanks for watching.